forgot. Sorry, it looks like YouTube Studio kind of crapped the bed here. Just a second. Uh-oh. Something's not right here. Yeah, I'm gonna need to... Give me a second here. I'm gonna need to restart some stuff. So I'm gonna shut down that too. I don't know what it is, but Steam's actually really kind of buggy on Windows 10. Alright. Let's give it another go, see if this will start up. While I'm waiting for this to do something. I'm mostly fine today. Like the problem I had with like the sore on my tongue is mostly healed now, so like I feel something every now and then when I'm talking, but it's not distracting like it was the other day. So I can get through this. In other notes, Binding of Isaac is stupidly cheap on Steam right now, so I went and bought it. So I will probably play that at some point. It's, if anyone doesn't know, Binding of Isaac, that's from the same people that made Mugenics and Super Meat Boy. I think it's mostly the same people. There may be some people that are a little bit different in there or something, but it's came out a while ago, and it's been solidly popular for a while, and that's so cheap right now. Like, it's actually got, like, yesterday or so, like, there's like over 100,000 people playing it because it was, you can literally buy it for $1, the base game, and then if you add in the DLC, like, I'm talking in Japanese prices, 500 yen, so $3 for the everything. Like, if you're looking for something to play with long playtime, now the thing is the game's going to be frustrating in some cases, kind of like Regenix is, but that's just the kind of games that those guys make. But you will absolutely get your money's worth for $3, even if you don't like the game that much. So I would probably recommend it. And I'm somebody who hasn't played it before. I've seen other people play it. Like, $3, you really can't go wrong with that quality of game. Like, even if you don't like it that much, you'll still get your money's worth. Like, compared to the price of a movie ticket, if you're talking 15 or 20 bucks for 2 hours, you play that game for 15 minutes, you got your money back, more or less. So, when you think of it in that terms. That's one of the reasons I like video games, is just like on that per hour basis, the economic value is pretty much unsurpassed. Now, obviously, you can do stuff for free that will they'll obviously beat that on an economic scale, but I think video games tend to beat most of the things you can do for free. Not everything. But hey, that's a preference thing too. Alright, and now I should be ready to go. There I am. Look at that. All beautiful with below average mouse sync. I really would like to do something about that, but I have to sync it up to voice probably. Like, just, I don't know whether it's a camera thing or a tracker thing or whatever, but it's like, this is the best I can do with the mouth tracking. I mean, it kind of works, but it doesn't work. On an iPhone, it'd work better. Just because, what is it, vBridger is more or less made to work with iPhone, and it's kind of, and some of the special things it's got built into it. Which should concern you a little bit if you're somebody that uses it, just because there may become a day where iPhone just deprecates that stuff, because I don't know how much it gets used outside of things like this. I don't know. Or they update the library and then just, no, this isn't going to work anymore. Like, those kinds of things happen. And I'd imagine whoever's running the app, assuming they're still interested in that point, will probably try to update it, but you never know. That's why, like, when you design software, you have to be careful about, like, what kind of libraries you build dependencies into, because those libraries get deprecated or they don't get supported. Like, you can end up in a situation where your software just doesn't work because something else got updated and it broke it, and there's really no way to fix it from your end. Which is why a lot of people like open source stuff, because open source stuff anybody can fix if somebody's able to fix it. But if you work with proprietary licensed stuff, sometimes you can be in a little bit of trouble with that. Anywho. Are we all ready to go here? Hold on, before I start up, it's starting to feel a little bit of dry. Give me a second to grab something to drink, and then I'll be back in like 20 seconds. Ooh, oh yeah, that's better. Nice little numbing pain instead of the sharp kind of distracting pain it was the last couple of days. All right, I think we're ready to go. 3, 2, 1, hey. A little bit slow out of the gate here, but that's fine. Ah. Oh yeah, we're real slow right now. Like a good second or two behind. No, that's not good either. Let's just restart. That's just terrible. I'm gonna be 3 or 4 seconds behind by the time I go down the stairs. That's not good enough. Damn it. That happens. Yeah, it's pretty slow. Let's probably restart, but whatever. Keep going, see how it goes. Oh, God. How did I do that twice? That's better. Oh. All right, maybe we'll finally get going here. Not bad. ありがとうございます。頑張ります。Okay, that'll work. Sorry for this. Much appreciated. Whoa, man, that kind of sucked. Aw, damn it. Let that door get me distracted and then I messed that up. Oh well. Not too bad. Okay, let's go. Out the door. Alright. Solid so far. Oh, for sure he was going to hit me. All right. That kind of sucked. Whatever. Oh boy, I screwed that up. Damn it. Kind of cleaned it up. Ooh. That archer walking north really kind of screwed up my line there. Oh, god damn it. Hitting me. I've done that in a while. There, what, 3 seconds? I've got to really be late to dash off the edge there. I can't believe I did that. It's not the first time, but I've got to really be off on my timing for that to happen. Those mines suck because they get you screen lag, slow down. I'm getting in under 1450. Nope. This is kinda thought I was gonna hit it. Hey, got through. Always nice when that happens. $32. All right. I should have grabbed that red coin. Damn it. I believe I'll let him hit me. I've definitely gotten better at this fight. Not terrific, but better. Whatever. There we go. But I thought I'd stop. Ah, you stupid bird. Okay. Luckily, he won't block the old man. Ah, sucks. Good enough. Always like it when he's not there at all. Okay. Whatever. It's just all luck. I really do appreciate this break. Ah, that sucks. Now I gotta deal with him again. Oof. Okay. That'll work. Alright, don't screw it up. Nope. I was absolutely gonna bonk into that hole again. Okay. No. Oh. Not being a jerk. Oh, Lord. Okay, now chase after me. What are you doing? There we go. Oh. What happened? What happened? Was I not holding the left button there? No, there's no way I wasn't holding the left button. Okay, so just a quick explanation, like generally for the last hit, because he moves so fast, you can't actually outrun him, so it's kind of hard to, get a, safe way to hit him there. So a lot of what you'll do is you'll pull out the sword and then prepare the charge attack. And what you do is you try to get him to charge opposite the direction of the sword. So if the sword's facing left, you want him to come at you from the right. And so as long as you're holding in the opposite direction of the hole, so like the hole is to the right of me, behind me. So as long as I'm holding left, when he's hitting into me, that will generally keep you from falling into the hole. So there, as far as I know, I was holding down left. Now, I might have been holding a little bit left down, and I don't know if that had anything to do with it or not, but for the most part, like, that's supposed to keep you from falling in the hole there. And then what'll happen is because his tail will always go where his head was, his tail will come into your sword while you're kind of backed up against the wall there, and then that's how you finish him off. But I don't know what happened. Something didn't register right there, so I got knocked in. That kind of sucks. Because otherwise that was pretty good. Shit. Alright, since I've got a minute here, I'm going to go hang my laundry. I'll be back in just a little bit. Sorry, just wait about a minute and then we'll start it again. Oh, let me go ahead and get that set up, actually. There we go. All right. Alright, let's try it again. That's really unfortunate what just happened. But it's too late to do anything about it now. On to go. This is one of those times where I wish I could put button imprints on the screen, but the Super Famicom Mini doesn't support that. I have to be using an emulator to do this if I want to do that. I don't really have a problem with emulators or anything like that, obviously, because I use the training ROM. Just as much as possible, I try to do stuff on hardware when I can. Got a little bit hung up on that corner there and cost me probably a couple of tenths of a second. Alright. Try to have a nice fight here. What the? Oh. That sucks. Could have been at least a second better. Damn it. Stupid crap. Ah. You know, there's apparently some little quirk with the game where being on like one heart or less there where it's got the beep going off actually somehow makes the transition between that last room and this room a little bit faster. I don't really know too much about it. I've just heard somebody talk about it before. Also don't know if it's something that they cleaned up in one of the updated versions or not either. Alright. We're out the door. That's all that matters. Second behind last time, which means if we have a clean Eastern Palace, we'll actually be ahead. Ah! Guess I could have tried turning to the right and shielding that rock. That might have worked. I'm not sure if that's a better outcome than getting hit or dodging, though. All right. Nice clean run there to the library. Not perfect, but clean. You gained a lot of sixes again recently. And do a better job on that initial dash. Getting that off quick. All right. Ah, I knew it. That sucks. Don't know why I didn't dash there. Oh. Oh. Kidding me. How? That sucks. Oh. Concentrate. What's going on? Come on, game. Oh, that sucks. This is not how I was expecting this to go. Overall, okay. There's some real unfortunate garbage in there. Cost me about 5 seconds or so. Oh, come on. What am I doing? Thank you. Okay, be good to me, Mountain. Be good to me, Mountain. God damn it. Oh, Lord. I'm gonna die. God damn it. Look at that. That stupid fucking rat. This is going to take some amazing luck to get through. This is where it's probably going to end. Okay, thank God. Regardless if I make it through, like that cost me, what, probably at least 5 seconds just on the way up from all the damage bullshit, and then it's going to cost me another, what, maybe 2 seconds on the way out because I have to heal it up. Ah, oh. Ho, ho, ho. I really appreciate a heart here. Nope. Nope. Alright, here's the big one. Can I get through this room? Oh, you son of a bitch. Alright. No repeats the last time, please. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there we go. That's what was supposed to happen last time. I don't know, maybe he hit me too square, actually, last time. Maybe he hit me so square that he literally dinked me off the edge. That's about the only thing I can think of. Like, otherwise, I don't know why I got knocked off. Crap. Oh man, am I actually going to make it to the Dark World? It's been a while. Well, other than that night appearing, everything went okay there. Thank you. I'm just surprised I'm still alive. Most of the time I would be dead. Okay. Alright, face tank. Anyone's wondering why I face tanked the bat at first and then I swung my sword there. So as long as you got sword beams, when you fire those off, all the guards get alerted. But if you don't have sword beams, you can swing your sword without alerting the guards. So once I had a half tick of damage, it didn't matter anymore. And alerting all the guards in that room is generally a bad idea. I don't know why I aimed for the pickup there. I was hoping for a heart, no dice. Oh, come on, man. How you gonna miss? What is he doing? All right. What is it going to be? Lately, this has been an absolute garbage fest. With a couple of really good ones thrown in. Okay, what's it gonna be? This generally determines a lot. That's a good start. Those have been rare. Okay. Alright. Looks like we might have a good one here. You can still give me 3 in a row here, though. Alright, that's the guaranteed one. Now, what's it gonna be? 50-50 on the 0 here. Yep, that wasn't gonna happen. I'll take a 1, though. How about a 1? Nope, no 1. Are you gonna do the thing? Are you gonna do the thing? Yes, you did the thing. Very good. Alright, it's a 3. Oh. Got baited hard there. You must be new here. I halfway expected that to happen. Okay, that's how it goes. As a matter of fact, I've had that happen so many times that it almost seems natural. Oh man. Like, I wish I could say I was surprised that that happened, but nope, that's just how it goes. That's just how it goes for me. I do enjoy my wild luck swings, though. Makes things like this a lot more entertaining. Oh no! Oh no, I didn't notice. Holy shit. It's over. You got give me rupees, assholes. Give me 5 rupees or this is over. Oh my god. Oh. It's never dull. It's never dull. Like, the thing is, the last run I was really low on rupees too. And I just kind of figured there's no way that'll happen twice. And it did. I just wasn't paying any attention. Oh man. Got a break there. Game really could have just screwed me right there. Then I would have crashed out a little bit. It still cost me a good 5 seconds though. That's why sometimes it's a good idea to just kind of go out of your way to pick up the enemy rupee drops early on. Just so you don't have that happen. Oh, that was some nice menuing there. I'm still a little bit flustered from that rupee thing, to be honest. Can't believe it happened, and I can't believe I got away with it either. Alright, how about I don't mess this up this time? Alright. Oh. I would preferred I didn't have to do that at all, but I guess if I have to kill them, it's nice that they kind of grouped up like that. There we go. A little bit late. Okay. Oh! You tried to get me. You almost did get me. Alright, now the important thing is that Helmasaur is not a jerkwad. Like he has been the last few times. That and me not screwing up this next room. That's also very important. I should have picked up those rupees when I need them. Alright. Play nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ah, damn it. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Oh, thank God. Thought he's about to do it again. That was a really slow fight, relatively, but I got through it, and that's all that matters. Probably gonna lose time on this split. Just because of the shenanigans on the entrance, and then this fight was just not ideal. Yep, I'm losing time. How much time? About 10 seconds. Okay, I'm more closer to 5, whatever. 6 seconds. Could have been worse. Oh, shit. Whatever. It's not a big deal. The damage is more of a problem on the way in than the way out. Way out doesn't really matter that much. I'm gonna get my life filled up by heart containers or heart pieces. It's not gonna work. Should have put the bomb down quicker. That sucks. That's 5 seconds. That's way too late on the bomb throw there. Oh, come on. Come on! Oh, are you gonna kill me? You tried, didn't you? I was hoping to be at hole digging under 44, but not going to work out. All right. Now we're going to find out whether all this was worth it or not. Oh, come on. Come on, show up. Show up. Ah. Alright, well, we had enough of a lead where it's worth it to try one more time. Okay, 11 seconds behind, huh? That bomb throw miss kind of hurts now. Still got something to work with. Now, treasure box game may end up murdering this, but we'll see. It's the first two I've had on the shovel game, and I can't remember when. It's been a long time. What am I doing? Rupees are actually a real big problem at the moment. I don't have enough. I put that menu in between there. The bird came in off timing, so he almost surprised me. Rupees on the way up. I'm like 100 behind where I would like to be. Didn't mean to jump off there. Alright, if this is like way too many, then let's kind of go kill the room. That was not what I was hoping for. But bombs aren't a bad thing, though. Come on, there it is. Okay. Oh no. What is that hitbox? Holy shit. Oof. Good enough. I have made a grave error. It's not that bad though, but it's a stupid one, and it hurts here. I forgot to get the magic powder. That's why I'm ahead. Wondering why I was ahead. I have to delete the split later. Actually, that'll just take care of it. Well, we'll see if this is good enough for me to win. I'm probably in trouble though. Some godlike dodging here. Nope. Too bad. Oh, how did I forget to get the magic powder? How did I forget to get the magic powder? That sucked. Alright. What time is it? Got time to try again. Hold on just a second. At the end of the day, like, for getting get the magic powder, it doesn't really cost me any time. Because I can just get it after that dungeon, and then all it is I just kind of moved around when I got it. But where it hurts is I need it in that dungeon to be able to recover. Now, if I do a better job on the boss fight, I don't really need all those hearts, but I still kind of struggle with that boss fight some, as you can see. And having sword beams at the start of that fight also makes it significantly easier too. But unfortunately, since I forgot, I couldn't heal up, so I had to go in there with lower hearts than I would have liked. And that made everything more difficult, and I failed. Welcome to speedrunning. Can't really complain about the RNG on that run, though. Other than maybe the Helm Sword fight, but I mean, even that wasn't that bad. I mean, what, a 3-1-2? That's, or, hold on a second. 3-2-2, that's what that was, actually. 3-2-2, and I still wasn't even that far behind. That's the amazing part. I think I was probably about 20 seconds behind. Somewhere around there. I don't know, it's just crazy to me that a 3 on a Gundam saves me 30 seconds. Alright. Oh, that's about all I could do with that. Oops. Shit. That's why you don't mash with the base buttons there, mash with the LR. Ah. Oh. Damn it. Sorry about that. I was wall pumping and then the rat came and I wasn't ready. And then just readjusting my hands, I accidentally mashed the X button. Do that again. Alright, let's do it again. At least it's only 5 minutes. $3.15 solid. Got hung up on that ledge there a little bit. To be fair, there was some hole digging today. for the first time in a while. Yeah, I kind of accidentally killed it though. I forgot to pick up the magic powder. Like, that alone doesn't matter because, like, you can get the magic powder in a number of different places and it doesn't really affect your time. But it hurts not having it on Thieves Town because it's really hard to heal yourself in that dungeon without being able to get the fairies. And because I wasn't able to heal, I ended up dying on the boss there. Now, to be fair, like, that run was gonna need some really impressive play down the stretch for me to PB, but it at least wasn't dead until then. This is a 3-2-2 up to there. I mean, that I could get a 2 on the digging game and then still have hope is actually kind of impressive. Well, what's more impressive is that a 3 on a Ganem saved 30 seconds but versus the PV. I mean, what really helped though is like the Desert Palace. I've cleared Desert Palace twice today, and both times I was up 15 seconds, about 15 seconds afterwards. Like, so far those fights have gone well. The last few times I've done them, I've gotten better. Like, honestly, like, the first half of the game, like, I'm actually a lot better than I was a month ago right now. Not nearly as good as I would like to be, but a lot better than a month ago. Like, I've still got to cut 20 seconds off of Eastern Palace to be in line with world record pace. Not that I'm aiming for that, but 20 seconds is a lot 11 minutes in. Like, I feel like I can still cut that down to at least 10 seconds. Oh! Whatever, it's gonna keep going. It's not the end of the world. It cost me about 3 seconds though. 3 seconds. God damn, I hate messing that up. What else I hate about that is that I mess it up so often that I've actually kind of gotten decent at recovering. Yeah, like, I really need to practice the Thieves Town dungeon, like the whole dungeon. Like, I need to take less damage on the way through the dungeon, and then I need to get better at fighting the boss. Like, there's a lot of time for me to save there if I'll just sit down and practice the dungeon and get better at it. Oh, that helps. Oh, that really helps. Got lucky there. Could have been a lot worse. Oh, come on. How many arrows I used there? Whatever, still worth continuing. I'd have been ahead if I hadn't messed up the jar throw. Oh man, seriously. Yeah, I should have known that was going to happen. Like when I walked down and then I was stuck on it, then that means when I dash into it, I'm going to bonk. It's not that bad of an error though. It's an error though. Thanks for not getting in the way this time. I guess while I'm thinking about it, on kind of like a side note, with regards to the Sony and the disc thing, if you remember, like I was saying, like there's no way that Sony just, you know, did this without talking to anyone. So it's kind of odd that, you know, like there were no leaks about this coming out ahead of time. And it turns out that they actually did do this without telling anyone. Even like they didn't even tell like some of the regional branches that they were going to get rid of physical discs. Because apparently, like the Indian branch of Sony, like just as up until like the announcements, they had guys out there in India that were trying to recruit people to invest in Sony stores. In other words, you know, like physical stores where they'd be selling like Sony merchandise and, you know, accessories and games. And so like a lot of people there that had been in talks to invest in making those stores are really kind of angry now because there's no way they're going to open the store if they're not selling games there. And like a lot of the distributors are really pissed too because the thing is like for some of those distributors, if they're not, you know, making physical copies of games anymore, they don't have a business anymore. So basically what Sony did with that announcement is they told them, their business has 1.5 years left to live unless they find something else to do. So a lot of people are really kind of upset with them right now, which makes the decision even more bizarre because I don't know why you would make a decision like that so suddenly without telling all the people that need to know. Oh my god. Well, this is going to be a little bit of a messy time now. And one of the things that I just kind of thought about today that I wonder if it might have somehow played into the decision a bit, although the timing may be off a little bit. Like, the stop killing games thing has been going on, and they just kind of lost a battle out in California over that. And I'm wondering if anything going on with that has played into Sony's decision making a little bit, and that they kind of, now that they're starting to get decisions in quote unquote their favor, not consumers' favor, but their favor, I'm wondering if they felt a little bit more emboldened to do this. And that was one of the things, like, with stop killing games, like, I appreciate the sentiment with that, but, like, they clearly didn't go into this as prepared as they needed to be, and one of the things that I think indicates that is the fact that they were kind of blindsided by what the ESA did there, and they weren't ready for it. Not only that, they didn't have, like, whoever was representing them in the room at the time didn't even bother to push back on any of the egregious stuff that the ESA said during the hearing. And that either means that they let themselves get suckered in by lobbyists who were trying to undercut them, or whoever they hired wasn't ready for the job. And this is one of those things where, like, intentions are all well and good, but when that's the result you produce, like, you've made it more difficult for everyone else for your good intentions. Like, when you do things like that, you got to be ready for it. And, like, part of the reason it's important, too, with this kind of stuff is, like, precedent's big. And one decision somewhere to kind of ignore this can lead to the same decision happening other places. So it's like, there's nothing wrong with what they're trying to do, but if you don't go about it the right way, you can make things worse for yourself and everyone else that you're allegedly trying to help. This sucks. God damn it. Oh, holy shit, wait. Oh, that's no good. How did I not hit him? Ever? I seriously had 0 hits on him? Man. Like, I'm internally kind of counting how many hits I got on him. So I know, like, how aggressive I need to be, or if, like, I can just do a sword swing instead of trying to hit an arrow when they're popping out of the ground. Like, my internal count there was not at 0. Like, I must have gotten messed up somewhere. Like, part of the problem that the movement's got is that you're dealing with a bunch of people who don't care about games. Like, almost everybody you need to do something about this doesn't really care about games that much. And, like, I'll be honest with you, like, that's including, like, people like Sony and Microsoft. Like, when Sony was, back when Yoshida was still around, like, back when Sony had guys like Kutaragi and, like, people that actually cared about the products they made, it was easier to get things like this stuff done because you had a sympathetic ear. But the problem that you got now is that the people that you're asking to do something for you, as well as, like, everybody else that you need to get decisions made and laws passed, either don't care about games or actively opposed to you for monetary, lobbying, or political, or any other number of reasons. And what I was worried about with this was, you know, like, I don't agree, like, you know, Pirate Software, like, the stuff he was saying about it, like, I don't agree with the sentiment of where he was coming from in terms of it. But what I did agree with him was that if these guys weren't careful, they were going to make things worse for everybody. Because they weren't going to be ready for it. Like, and like the guy who's kind of heading up the movement, like, I don't think he's a bad guy or anything like that, but I don't know that he was necessarily prepared for what was necessary to get this thing over the line. And the more decisions that you get against you, the harder it is to get a decision to go in your favor. Like, and the thing is, like, the farther away you get from like physical media and ownership and things like that, the harder it is going to be to convince people to do what you want them to do. And like, the only way you're going to be able to get anything done at that point is you're basically going to have to create your own ecosystem that has those things internally built in. And good luck finding the capital to do that, is all I'll say. Like, that's what kind of bugs me about, like, how Asmongold and Louis Rossman and guys like that have kind of been dismissive of the whole physical thing going away thing and saying, you know, it doesn't matter because the real fight's over here. And it's like, I look at it, okay, here's the analogy that I kind of have for it, and it may not be perfect, but I look at it as Minas Tirith versus Rohan. Whereas, you know, like Rohan, like, you know, physical games is Rohan, and like, we're out there acting as a bulwark against the whole idea of physical games, you know, like ownership getting nuked by trying to protect physical games, because physical games is a bulwark against the whole ownership idea. Like, while you got physical games out there, it's easier to picture the idea of owning things. Like, it's easier, that concept everybody has. If you get rid of physical games, it becomes a lot easier to attack the whole idea of ownership within the digital space. And so, like, it's like we're like Theoden out there, you know, like, where was Minas Tirith when the Knights of Rohan needed their help, you know? It's like, what we are doing is in service of the goal that you guys allegedly have. Like, look, no, everybody understands how the licensing agreement has worked for the most part. Like, the people who care about this in the first place understands the licensing thing, whereas, you know, the physical discs are still technically a license. Yeah, you can say that, but then at the end of the day, having that, its existence in itself is still a foothold. Like, it's something to work with. When you take that away, then you've got nothing between their goal of getting rid of ownership and you. And that's why the whole dismissive thing is like, physical discs don't matter. It's like, you don't defend your castle without castle walls. Like, in the idea of protecting ownership, you need to create bulwarks against the people who want to take that away from you. Create layers there. Like, and if nothing else, these act as a canary in the coal mine. Like, when you see those things getting attacked, you implicitly understand what's going on, and then you can react to it. Like, you need to keep those things there. So it's just like the dismissive attitude for it is really disappointing. It's annoying. Like, everything they're saying is right, but it's still the idea that physical games don't matter in that fight is just, you're wrong. Oh, man. Well, here's the thing. Like, And this is also the thing with like computer hardware too. Like it's a really tough decision right now on what to buy, because like hardware can go two ways right now. The hardware squeeze can kind of calm down and prices are going to get a little bit more normalized, or it can get a lot worse. But it's not going to stay where it is right now. It's going to go one way or the other. Like where it is right now is kind of like a weird place, because the people that are controlling the prices want to push it higher. And the people that actually want to buy stuff need the prices to be lower to buy anything. So it's going to go one way or the other. I just don't know what. So like you're kind of in this weird place now where if you don't buy right now, you're either going to be paying a lot more or you'll be paying a lot less from here now, but it's probably not going to be this number. And the thing is, if prices go up, I don't know if they're going to come down from where they go up to. Because there's absolutely a push to just like make ownership not a thing. Like this is a very real thing, and if there's anybody that still doesn't believe it at this point, like they're probably beyond help. Like it's like they are seriously trying to push for computing not to be an ownership thing. Like they don't want you to have anything more than a terminal that lets you allow access to the internet, and then everything you own can be controlled. And if they can control everything you own, then they can control you. It's also the reason that ID is getting pushed so hard too, because once they can tie an ID to everything that you rent from them, then the second that you do something that they don't like, they can basically just cut you off from everything. And how do I know that they're going to do this? Because they've already been trying to do this to people already. That's where they're trying to push it to. Is like you got everything tied to a digital ID, and then the second that you do something they don't like, that they can basically just bring down the hammer and cut you off from everything you need to live. Digital money, digital services, your car basically being able to be kill switched, all of these things. Like they're trying to push for all of these things. That's where it's going. Make no mistake. Alright, let's go again. They're absolutely pushing to get everybody on to a digital lifeline. Like the last 10 years or so have really freaked a lot of people out, because everything that they used to be able to do in the past to kind of keep things under control doesn't work anymore. And that got us exacerbated when Musk bought Twitter and kind of opened up the spigot for people to say what they wanted to say. Like before that, I mean, basically the only place you could do that was 4chan. And now that people kind of have the ability to push back that they didn't have anymore, actually that was taken away from them, because like you guys may remember this, or maybe you don't remember this because it's actually been a while since they did, but you know, like all the news articles and things on web pages used to have a comment section on them where you could comment on the articles, and like they really hated that, because over and over again the comment section would just be people pointing out everything that was wrong with the article, everything that was factually incorrect, everything that was, you know, insanely framed, or, you know, things like that. And like they would complain about the quote-unquote racist comments and all this other stuff and all the hate and things in the comments, but the reality was the only thing they really cared about was that. And so you saw comment sections go away, and like the only like the last holdout was like I don't know, maybe Fox still even allows comments on their news articles, but they may have gotten rid of it too. But like they were kind of the last holdout. Like most of the other places got rid of it, and everybody complained about it, but they just kind of ignored it. So then you start the complaints start to move to social media, where people would repost an article and then point out that everything was wrong with it. And so then that is when you saw the social media crackdown start. It's never really the person-to-person stuff that ever had them upset. It was the stuff that would complain about the official media narrative. That was always what would eventually get stuff to get clamped down on. Anything else they brought up with they never really cared about is just a way to try to get people on their side. Like a lot of the, like, I don't know about all the major news organizations, like outside of the US especially, it may be a little bit different, but like the US companies really, especially the media ones, really hated the comment sections on the articles. Now, if they let you comment, yeah, like you got to have some kind of, you probably either got to have a subscription or you got to have some kind of login so that they can keep tabs on you. It's just not nearly as open as it used to be with that kind of stuff. Like ESPN was really bad with it. I mean, because ESPN would just get so much wrong in their articles, and they're just constantly being mocked in the comments, and then the comments eventually just got turned off. I mean, but you know it was bad though, because I just remember it used to be like when I would read some of the articles on these places more often, like a lot of times, like I'd read a little bit and then the first thing I'd do is I'd just go scroll down to the comment sections to see everything that was wrong. Yeah, I remember when I first started looking at 4chan, it was probably around like 2015 or so. And it's really hard to navigate 4chan at first, because one of the things you have to learn about 4chan, if you're going to, read stuff on there and not end up embarrassing yourself later, is that people will just make up all kinds of random bullshit. Like, people will fake Twitter screen caps, they'll fake news articles, they'll write stuff in posts that is just blatantly untrue. Sometimes they'll even post fake links. All right, thanks for stopping by. But one of the things that kind of I like about 4chan, and like I'll even suggest to some people every now and then, you know, you should probably try reading 4chan if for no other reason than to help develop your BS meter. Because it teaches you real quick that you just can't trust. You just can't trust what people put on the internet because people just make stuff up. And then once you learn that, then you kind of learn that, you know what, if people make stuff up on the internet, they'll probably just make stuff up in real life as well. And that's one of the most important lessons that people got to learn, is that no matter where it's coming from, it can be from just like some random dude on the internet or from a university, people will just make shit up to get what they want. Especially if they think you're not going to check. And that's the thing, like, a lot of people won't check. Like, how many times do you see like a Twitter screen cap or, you know, something like that, and then you just kind of take, you know, like a image of like an article headline or something like that, and you just kind of take it at face value. But have you ever actually tried to look for the article before? Now, the thing with like Twitter screen caps especially is that, you know, like the Twitter post can get deleted so it can be gone later on. But one of the things you should always look at those is for like date and timestamp, number one, and then two, whether it's been archived or not. And if it doesn't have both of those things, you should probably immediately kind of be dismissive of it. That doesn't necessarily mean that it's not true, but again, like, you just need, like, everybody needs to be a lot more skeptical and doubtful of like all the things they say on the internet. Somebody releases a study, but they won't release the raw data, immediately be skeptical. Skeptical. Because if your study's supposed to influence me, then you should be able to release all the truth behind it. If you're not willing to do that, then your study is just naked propaganda as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, it's kind of a shame that 4chan is dying. Like, two things are killing 4chan right now. One is Twitter. And because people can say what they want on Twitter now, like 4chan doesn't have the unique benefit anymore. And the other thing was that hack that happened about a year ago or so. Like with a place like 4chan, because it's so old and, you know, I don't know if vestigial is the right word, but, you know, is for the people that went there, going there was kind of like a custom kind of thing. And the hack kept the sites down for so long that a lot of the less dedicated users just went somewhere else and never came back. And then on top of that, like you have like all the problems they were having with people spamming the board, because once people kind of figured out how much influence that 4chan had, then it became a place to wage war, so to speak. And that made things that were bad before a million times worse. Because you had ideologues in there spamming nonsense, but you know, that's one way, or that's fine. Like, that's always been the case. But the bigger problem was you had probably shill campaigns coming in there with bots and things, other things like that to spam the board. That's what really made it rough. And it's kind of hard to ban people because, again, anonymity. Like, that's the double-edged sword there. So kind of in the same way that, you know, you had digital versus physical, and like, well, digital obviously has the conveniences of, you know, not having to deal with physical media, but you lose something in the process. And it's the same thing with the anonymity of 4chan. Like, you know, a place like Twitter, because you don't have anonymity, it's easier to ban people that you need to ban, but you also lose something in the process. You know, progress is a fickle thing. Because sometimes when you're progressing, by definition, you're regressing. So, like, say if your goal is to go up, and if you're at the peak of the mountain, then progressing means that you have to go down, obviously. Because any movement's going to take you in a downward direction. Sometimes progress is a cliff. Now maybe at the other end of that cliff is a higher plateau, but you never know. pretty good time right now. Pretty good, pretty good. Whew. Thought I was going to hit that. I really thought I was going to run right into that thing that time. That's a really forgiving hitbox. Thing must be like a pixel wide. Well, 1627 is pretty good. Oh, I'll mention again, since I said it at the beginning of the stream, like Steam sale right now, Binding of Isaac is like it's $1. It's 100 yen in Japan. It's like 70 cents or 60 cents US. And there's only 500 yen for all the DLC and everything, so $3. So I bought that. I don't know what Binding of Isaac is. It's same people that made Mugenics. It's a game they made before that. Like the Mugenics quote-unquote storyline is kind of a continuation of that. Kinda, sorta. Yeah, $3 is ridiculously cheap, yeah? It's like, it's 90% off. So I was like, okay, I'll buy that. Like, there's no way I don't get my money back on that. Yeah, it's an old game, but it's got like, it had, what, 160,000 people in game yesterday? That's because of how cheap it was. Yeah, there's no way I'm passing up that deal. That's just way too cheap. Like, it'll never get cheaper than that unless they give it away for free, you know? On stream, yeah, I'll play it on stream eventually. I mean, it's a action-adventure-ish roguelike. So I'll play that. Might even play it very soon. Like, that may be what I do after, I finish Grand Blue Fantasy. Or I might even just play it in place of this a little bit. Here and there. Like, that game's kind of like Mugenics in that you can play it a long time. You can play that game for a really long time. I think the runs are a lot faster, though. But if you're at all interested in that game, now is the best time to buy it, unless you're going to wait for somebody to give it to you for free. So I don't think you're going to do better than 90% off. I mean, I guess they could give it 95% off, but at that point, I don't even know if I think it might even be costing them money to give it away. Got Amazon Prime Day coming up too. Although Amazon sales aren't. Those are a little bit more hit and miss. I mean, you can get some stuff on there for real cheap though. Like if you know what you're aiming for and it's on sale, it can be a really good deal. But like the general deals are, eh. Like, Amazon Prime's a pretty good deal in Japan. It's not nearly as expensive as it is in the US. You don't get the one-day delivery that you used to get anymore. Like, that kind of died during COVID, but... You can still get it with some stuff, but a lot of stuff's still like 2 days or 3 days. You can get a same-day delivery on a few things. But honestly, the big reason I get Amazon Prime is because it gives me Prime Video. And I'm only paying like $50 a year. Not even 50. It's closer to like $40 a year US for it. Like, that's kind of hard to beat. It's just they're so busy. Like, that's why you can't get the same day stuff anymore. It's not like a distance problem or anything. It's like literally they just don't have enough people to go around to deliver shit. Ah, that sucks. I hope I don't die. That's why they want to import a bunch of drivers from outside of the country, which is just a bad idea. You know, like, when something like this happens, this is how wages are supposed to go up in a normal economy. But, nope. They would rather keep wages down because they think that keeps people buying more than driving prices up. But then they're driving prices up anyway, so what difference does it make? I know, that's always kind of been like the weird thing about all this with me is, you know, if you make everybody poor, who do you expect to buy your stuff? Oh, okay, well, if we make everything rental, then we can just kind of control the spigot so that we always have it where everybody's spending everything they have. Oh, knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew they were gonna fucking kill me. God damn it. Ah! Oh, it's frustrating. Just like the trips up Death Mountain today have been ass. Like, unadulterated ass. Oh, you should have seen the one before that. Oh my god, that was bad. Actually, I think the first trip up today was okay, but then, like, I got a weird thing happened on the boss fight there where, like, I was set up and it still knocked me off the edge. Like, I had it set up to where it shouldn't have been able to knock me off and it still knocked me off. I'm not sure what happened there, but, like, the previous one, like, when I went into the palace, I only had half a heart left. That's how bad it was. When I went to the Tower of Hera. And I still somehow made it out. But this time, nope. That sucks. Ah. Yeah. Thanks for stopping in. It's already 8 o'clock. Yeah. I think I'm going to give up for today on the speed runs for Zelda. And we got one decent run in there at least. Got to the Dark World, got through the digging. Like, I was going to play this one through if it worked out, but unfortunately it died there. Like, it's that one section there is really kind of rough because there's two of them, and you know, obviously you can't predict what they're going to do. Like, their movements are entirely random, and because of the speed they move, like, if you want to fight them, you kind of got to be ready to fight them. And if you're going to run by them, you just kind of got to commit to running by them. If you try to do like it halfway, where you're halfway committed to fighting and halfway committed to running, like, you, in a lot of ways, you can end up wasting more time than you would have doing one of the other. And then because there's two of them, if you're trying to deal with one, the other one can kill you. And then, like, okay, well, spin slash maybe can get you out of it, but like, that's the thing, like, a spin slash is the charge time, the waiting, like, you can just end up losing a fair chunk of time there. And like, you can make the argument that I was up, so I should have just thrown the time away and made sure I made it. And fair argument, but I don't want to give away like 5 seconds trying to deal with just those two there. Ah, that sucks. Alright, but yeah, like, I'll go ahead and no moss on this today. Try again tomorrow. At least it was like, what was wrong with my tongue the last couple of days is more or less fine now, so that's not a problem. It's not bothering me while I play anymore, so I should be able to get through it. So, but yeah, I'll try this again tomorrow. Like, Binding of Isaac, I've bought it, so I've got it. I can play it anytime. I don't know when, but I will play it. It's probably a good idea. I would probably kind of like to play it around nowish, since everybody's kind of playing it. Like, you hit summer as well. Like, it's kind of a good time, I think, to give it a shot. So in the near future, I will be playing that. Mugenics 2, I'm just slowly, like, Mugenics is just one of those games that's kind of easy to pick up and play. Like, you can't get too far away from it because you'll forget some things that are important, but like, I still play that every now and then here and there. I'm up to 98% now. Only 2% left to go. Hard mode, I finished everything but the infinite on hard mode, and then like some of the house bosses, I've just got to wait for them to show up. But the house bosses, the house bosses actually aren't that bad as long as you got the cats for it. Like, the house bosses really aren't too much to worry about. But the clearing the infinite on hard, last run I had was close. It was really close. had 4 monks because I wasn't intending to do that when I picked the cats for the run, and then I went to the collar screen and it had the 3 monk collars at the bottom. I was like, okay, you know what? Why not? And made it all the way to the infinite. Like it was an interesting group of cats, but the next to last fight was just a little bit too difficult. And everybody made it to the final fight, but like 3 of them had been downed on the previous fight, so almost everybody was on no health. And so I figured I'd get wiped immediately, but then one of the cats that spawned in that I was worried about most spawned with madness on it. And that actually gave me a shot, but like another decision I'd made earlier, like with one of the monks, if you upgrade their ability, it adds confusion to it, and so it confused my damage cannon cat, and so is more or less a 50-50 on whether it was going to do the attack or hit itself, and unfortunately it hit itself, and that ended the run. If it had not hit itself, maybe I had a shot, but it hit itself, so tough luck. But I'll give that a go again next time. Those are hard, like the hard runs with 4 cats to the infant, those are actually pretty difficult. Like you've got to set up things pretty well, you've got to have you've got to have an idea of what it is you want to do before you go in. Otherwise, it's probably not going to go well. And like that run went as planned. It's just, I didn't get a good fight at the end. Which kind of was unfortunate. But hey. Alright, but yeah, so I'll be back in 45 minutes to an hour. We're going to do Grand Blue Fantasy Relink. Finished the main story. There's like the extra post-game little story segment that I'm on right now, Chapter 0, and I'll probably finish that today, and then that'll be all of the main content with that game finished. And then from midnight tonight, the DLC becomes available, I do believe. Midnight my time. I do believe it comes available. I have to check the time exactly, but I'm going to finish up today and then make a decision on whether I'm going to continue with that. Like I might, just because like out of 10, I'd say the game's like a solid 8, and it's so the gameplay is fun. Like one thing I would say about the gameplay is that it's not a game that like I feel I can play forever. Like eventually it will kind of feel like it's a little bit repetitive. The fighting could use a little bit more depth to it, but it's still pretty good. The story is a story. It's a very general, decently made story. Like if you've watched a lot of anime or, you know, played a lot of anime style games, it's probably not going to feel like anything special at all. And that's kind of how I feel about it. It's like it's just good enough to keep you interested in it through the end, but it's not really good enough to where you're like, wow. So again, like the game's a solid 8. Like 9 kind of feels like that's a little bit much. And then like 7 or 6 feels like you're kind of selling it short a little bit. But yeah, so I'd say like it's an 8. It's a solid 8. It's a good game. Like if you like that kind of game, you're just looking for something to play in the meantime, I think that's a really good fit. But it's not like the best. It's not going to be like the best thing you've ever played. So, but yeah, I'll be playing that somewhere. I'll start up between like 8:45, 9 o'clock, hopefully. Like I say that and then I always end up being late, but not today. Not today. But that's what I'll be doing and should be finishing up the game today. Outside of like all the stuff you need to do for getting trophies and everything. You know, like beating on ultimate difficulty and all that. Like I'll get that done eventually, but just for the time being. Alright, so if you want to watch that, I'll be back with that in a little bit. Otherwise, always thanks everyone for watching. I do appreciate it. At least we got farther today than I had been for the last few days, and I also didn't feel like I wanted to die for all the time I was doing it because my mouth hurt. But that's not a problem anymore, so. and then we'll give it another go tomorrow. I'm playing well right now, so like while I'm playing well, I kind of want to keep doing this and just pray RNG works out. My RNG wasn't too bad today, it was just not good enough, and then I kind of messed up a little bit, unfortunately, but that's okay. All right, that's all then. Thanks again. If you enjoyed it, like, subscribe, follow. If you buy games, I appreciate it if you buy physical versions of them. If for no other reason than to try to make Sony regret the decisions that they're trying to push through right now. Like, it's just, it is not in anybody's best interest for games to go entirely digital. Like, and if you don't understand it now, you will after it happens at some point. But like, look, there is a future that exists where everything is entirely digital and you don't have to worry about people taking away your shit. Like, if you don't know what good old games is, GOG, you'll see sometimes. They sell non-DRM versions of the games that you can make copies of, and then you can move between systems. There's no digital rights management on it. So basically, you own the game. That is a version of digital that I am entirely fine with. Like, I kind of like, obviously, like, I like physical because it's a protection against having your ownership of the game taken away, but I also like physical because, you know, like, the designs on the disc and that kind of thing. Like, I like that kind of thing as well. Like, I don't really have preference between like cartridges or discs or anything like that. It's just like that you have something that you can use to play the game that doesn't require you to connect to the internet or anything like that. Like, that's what's important to me. So like games that require your internet connection to work, like unless they are specifically online games, you know, like World of Warcraft or something like that, where it's explicitly an online game, I tend to avoid any games that require that. So like if it doesn't work without a day one patch, or it doesn't work without connecting to the internet, like those kind of games I pretty much just don't buy. And like that means that sometimes I have to miss a game that maybe I would be interested in, but that's the line I've drawn. It's like, it's important to have these lines, because if you don't have these lines, then people are going to walk all over you. And they'll even try it even if you do have these lines. So, but the only way you can push back is like, you have to actually do something that makes them regret it. And about the only thing you can do as a customer is not buy their stuff. So, again, like if you care about games, like this whole thing is something you should care about, even if you're not somebody that buys physical discs, because physical discs are a line of defense against your digital ownership. Okay, and like the ultimate goal is they want to take away your ownership of stuff, because if they can have you rent stuff for forever, then they can sell stuff to you forever. They don't have to make anything new. And that is the ultimate goal on their end, because one of the big expenses if you're a company is R&D and development of new products. And if you can get it to a point where you actually don't have to develop anything new, or you have to spend minimum amount of money on it, and you can keep reselling the same stuff over and over and over again, like that is the ideal situation. Like Coca-Cola. Like that is the ideal company, because they get to sell the same product that they've had for years. They don't have to make any changes to it, really. They can just pump it out over and over again. People keep buying it. Your customer base is strong. Like that is where you want to be. And that's where everybody tries to get. But when you're dealing with a medium like games, that's not exactly a fit. So you've got investment interests kind of working against the interests of the customers in the medium. And this isn't a new kind of battle, but it's a battle that you have to fight if you actually care about what it is that's getting made. And at the end of the day, like one thing that that gamers are gonna have to be comfortable with is letting gaming as a whole regress so that the medium itself can live on. And that's kind of where we are right now, is like the whole investment class that got into gaming during COVID and the era kind of surrounding that, they all need to go, because all they care about is squeezing revenue out of it, and they don't care whether the medium dies, because they can just move on to the next investment target after gaming becomes obsolete. So never forget that. All right. Rant over. I'm going to end it there. Have a good one, folks. Bye-bye.